Some of the most famous Geminis in this world are Angelina Jolie, Johnny Depp, Karan Johar and Shilpa Shetty. And you might also have your sun sign as Gemini if you were born between the dates May 21st to June 21st. Gemini is an air sign, and it is a mutable air sign which is ruled by the planet Mercury. Mercury is known as the planet of communication. So Geminis are known to be the most intellectual signs of all, and they're known for their sarcasm, sense of humor and extremely witty nature. Geminis are curious, they are happy to learn more, and they need a lot of mental stimulation in relationships and in their professional lives. They're very clever but also can be easily bored and distracted. Since Gemini is an air sign that is mutable, at work, Geminis can be amazing team players. They're social, they're sociable, they're relatable, they are just very fun to hang out with. They crack amazing jokes. At the same time, they're extremely hardworking and very dedicated to their works and their targets. So Geminis are great colleagues, they could make great bosses as well. But when it comes to their work life, since Geminis need a lot of mental stimulation and a lot of mental change, Geminis are very frequent at changing their professions and at changing their approach in work, or when it comes to switching companies, they might prefer switching companies very quickly. Since Gemini is an air sign and is also a mutable air sign, mutable means that they're easily adaptive to changes. So the negative side of being a mutable air sign is that they can be very moody and anxious and sometimes very hard on themselves. They can also be very emotionally hard on themselves as they're not very emotionally expressive. Geminis often try to use sarcasm and comedy and random jokes to cover up their emotional baggage. When in love, again, Gemini needs to be constantly stimulated. So being in love with a Gemini means that it could be kind of a task mentally. So Gemini falls in love very quickly if they find someone who is mysterious and extremely intellectual and intelligent. When a Gemini is in love, they're extremely romantic. They would check up on you, they're very loyal, they would follow you around, they would want to be everywhere with you, and they're very curious about their partners, again because they need a lot of mental stimulation with a partner. But the downside of needing a lot of mental stimulation is that they can often get bored in a relationship if they do not get the level of intellect that they naturally desire. Geminis like to solve puzzles. So for them, people or their tasks need to be tiny puzzles. So if somebody is very plain and honest, they might get easily bored with those people. So people who are a little bit mysterious and deep are actually perfect matches for Gemini. Now when it comes to handling disagreements, Gemini is a mutable sign. Mutable signs are known for their adjusting nature. Mutable signs adapt to change very easily and even adapt to disagreements. They are often the signs who would agree to disagree. However, Gemini is one of the most emotional air signs. So Gemini could take an argument personally very quickly. But Gemini is not the sign that would hold a grudge for a very long time. So you do not have to worry about a Gemini feeling bitter about an old situation. Since Gemini needs a lot of change and mental stimulation, Geminis are often the signs who are comfortable with having a fling or a casual relationship. But when a Gemini decides to commit to someone, they can be extremely loyal to their partners. Because of their inquisitive nature and their curiosity, Geminis make amazing teachers, journalists, and even scientists for that matter. Geminis are the most compatible with fellow air signs, which includes Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And Geminis are least compatible with earth signs like Virgo, Capricorn, and even certain water signs like Cancer and Pisces. Geminis are constantly seeking thrill and adventure in their lives. So when it comes to compatibility with the earth signs like Virgo and Capricorn, Capricorn and Virgo are often looking for stability and not too much change and thrill. So these two signs can be quite incompatible with each other in these categories. At the same time, when it comes to water signs like Cancer and Pisces can be too emotionally involved. So Cancer and Pisces often need huge amounts of emotional validation, which a Gemini might not be able to provide. So Geminis can also be unintentionally emotionally unavailable. So this is a very strange thing about Geminis. Though they are extremely emotional, but sometimes unknowingly they can act emotionally unavailable, which is quite off-putting for water signs like Cancerians and Pisces. The lucky colors for Gemini are yellow and green, and the lucky number is 16. Now, even if you do not have Gemini as your sun sign or in your birth chart, you can still benefit with this information. You can still benefit by being curious and adjusting to your environment between the dates May 21st and June 21st, because that is the Gemini season. So that's all that we have for Gemini. To check out more on other zodiacs in depth, please stay tuned to our channel and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and click on the bell icon.